What's up guys? We're here at TORRES del Paine National Park, and in this video we're going to show you how to do the W trek, including the full route overview and everything you need to know before you go. So hope you enjoy it. TORRES del Paine National Park is a breathtaking natural wonder located in the southernmost region of Patagonia in Chile. This iconic park is renowned for its dramatic landscapes, featuring towering granite peaks, expansive glaciers, turquoise lakes, and vast open plains. The W Trek is arguably the most famous hiking route within the park. As the name suggests, the trail forms a distinctive shape of the letter W on a map, encompassing the park's most iconic landmarks. The complete W Trek typically covers around 73 kilometers or 45 miles, with some sections involving challenging ascents and steep descents. It also involves taking buses as well as boats to get to and from the park entrance. In this video, we'll take you on a day-by-day journey, highlighting the hiking route, stunning vistas, and accommodations. We'll also share essential trekking tips, including preparation, navigation, packing lists, and more. Now let's dive in. We are Zach and Ina. We make helpful videos about destinations around the world so you can easily plan your own adventures. We started the first day of the trek with an early morning transfer by bus from Puerto Natales to the east entrance of the park. This early morning bus ride was about 2 hours long and provided a glimpse of the dramatic Patagonian landscape. After getting our national park pass checked at the entrance, we embarked on a short bus transfer to the trailhead, where we would later return to camp that night after the hike. Then it was finally time to get on the trail. This first day was the most challenging of the entire trek, since there was more than 1,000 meters or 3,500 feet of elevation gain over 22 kilometers. The hike started with a couple of crossings over bridges before gradually ascending towards the famous Base de las Torres. Winding through a picturesque valley, views of stunning blue lakes began to unfold in the distance. Refugio Chileno is a great midway rest stop to catch your breath and have some refreshments while enjoying the sights and sounds of the nearby river. From the Refugio, the path continues through a verdant forest, culminating at Campamento Torres. This is where the true challenge begins, a demanding 400-meter or 1,300-foot climb to Mirador Las Torres. The rocky trail requires careful navigation since it's very narrow. Lots of people do this trail as a day hike, so the narrow section can get crowded as well. But even with the crowds, Mirador Las Torres is an unforgettable experience. The sheer scale of the granite peaks, the turquoise glacial lake, and the surrounding wilderness create a truly awe-inspiring scene. Plus, there's lots of room at the lake's edge, so you can find your own area to enjoy the views without too many other people around you. We spent almost 2 hours at the lake, taking in the scenery and having lunch, before hiking the 3 hours back down to our campsite. Camping Central was our site for the night, which was located right next to the visitor center and starting point of the hike. Here, you can find dorms, set up your own tent, or camp in a pre-made tent that sits off the ground. We booked a campsite in advance for each night of the hike since we weren't traveling with our own overnight equipment in South America.
We arrived at our tent for the night and I will show you how it looks like. So we get some nice pillows, a sleeping bag, and then a mattress which is quite wide. It actually takes the whole space of the tent, which is really comfy.
After getting checked in at our campsite, we made our way over to the dining hall for a delicious meal with all the other trekkers. A stunning sunset view over the river made for a memorable finish of our first day. Day 2 of the W Trek proved to be the most relaxed, with a shorter distance of 13.3 kilometers, or 8.2 miles, and a manageable elevation gain. This allowed for a more leisurely pace, starting with a breakfast at Camping Central. After retracing our steps a little bit from the day before, we found ourselves amidst lush green vegetation and layers of different colored lakes. The most vibrant one of the day was Lake Nordenskjold, with its beautiful turquoise waters. The trail followed the lakeshore for most of the afternoon, offering breathtaking panoramic views throughout. The landscape here was a vibrant tapestry of red firebush, as well as rushing blue rivers and dramatic white mountain peaks. We enjoyed several scenic breaks along the lake, pausing to soak in the beauty. After navigating a few stream crossings and small waterfalls, we finally arrived at Camping Los Cuernos. Nestled right on the lakeshore, this campsite quickly became our favorite. The main dining area offered a cozy environment with stunning views of the lake and the iconic Los Cuernos peaks. While we opted for tent camping, the site also features a number of private cabins for those seeking a bit more comfort. The third day of the W Trek involves a significant elevation gain of 1,093 meters, or 3,585 feet. And since it's also an even longer distance than the first day, we suggest getting an early start. The trail initially winds through a forest, offering several glimpses of Lake Nordenskjold once again. After reaching Campsite Italiano, the true challenge of the day begins, the out and back section to Mirador Britannico through the French Valley. We made it to the Campsite Italiano, and now we're about to go up the French Valley, which is about a 5-hour journey out and back. And you can actually leave your backpacks here at the campsite, so we're going to leave one of them and save some weight. The effort of the ascent is rewarded with breathtaking views of ice fields and jagged peaks. The French Glacier, a massive wall of ice, dominates this valley. Its rough surface groans and creaks as it slowly descends, creating a truly amazing spectacle. There's a viewpoint of the glacier, which is a popular spot for lunch or a snack. After a break at the glacier, it's time for one more push-up to the final viewpoint of the valley. Reaching Mirador Britannico is truly exhilarating, with massive peaks surrounding at all angles in an amphitheater type of experience. The descent back to Camping Italiano was followed by another 7 kilometers or 4.3 miles of hiking towards our final campsite. This section of the trail is known for its strong winds and traverses through a largely burnt forest. It does, however, pass by several lakes, including the scenic Lago Skotsberg. When we finally arrived at Camping Paine Grande, our feet were exhausted, and we were glad to have layered up properly against the biting wind. This campsite, which is situated on the shores of Lake Pehoe, is also known for its strong winds. While the location was stunning, we found the campsite to be our least favorite, with less comfortable tents and a more cafeteria-style dinner. final day of the W Trek involved a hike to the immense Gray Lake and Gray Glacier. The elevation gain is moderate, at only 391 meters, or 1,282 feet, but the strong winds that often sweep through this area can make things challenging. We experienced these winds firsthand, facing a relentless headwind on our way towards the glacier. It was a grind battling through the elements, but we finally stopped at the Gray Glacier Mirador, where we were rewarded with breathtaking views of the ice fields and lake. Although the option of continuing to Camping Gray was tempting, we weren't motivated to battle the crazy wind for another 5 kilometers each way. So we opted to return to Paine Grande to ensure we caught our scheduled catamaran back to Pudeto Pier. After a well-deserved rest at the Refugio and a celebratory glass of Chilean wine, we boarded our boat. The journey across Pahoe Lake was bumpy, but seeing the iconic Cuernos peaks in the distance provided a fitting finale to our W Trek adventure. Once we got off the boat, it was time to transfer to a bus and then cruise along the wide-open Patagonian roads for about 3 hours. We arrived back in Puerto Natales in the late evening. Exhausted, we passed out in our warm bed and left some time the next morning to explore the city. Now, we'll share some key hiking tips to ensure a rewarding experience. The W Trek offers lots of flexibility, allowing hikers to choose their direction, travel independently, or hike with a guide. It also allows for customizing the trekking duration based on preferences and refugio availability. We recommend adding an extra day for glacier kayaking or ice trekking excursions departing from Refugio Gray. We hiked east to west, which presents several advantages. First, it allows hikers to tackle the challenging ascent to Mirador Las Torres on the first day. Secondly, frequent morning buses from Puerto Natales to the trailhead provide convenient transportation. And finally, this direction eliminates the need to secure a spot on the early morning ferry across Pahoe Lake. This ferry is crucial to a 4-day itinerary and can be challenging to book in advance during peak season. The feasibility of the W Trek hinges on securing reservations at the limited number of refugios along the trail. These refugios offer basic accommodation, dining, and often camping options. Reservations are highly recommended, especially during the peak summer season, which lasts from November to February. There are 2 operators that manage the refugios. These are Vertis Patagonia and Las Torres Patagonia. You can book accommodations directly through the respective operator websites, choosing between campsites, dorm beds, and private rooms. Alternatively, Booking Patagonia offers a centralized platform for booking across both operators. To enhance comfort, we highly recommend pre-booking your meals, as well as getting pre-pitched tents, sleeping bags, pillows, and mats. While this increases the cost, it eliminates the need to carry heavy gear, which is especially useful if you're planning to visit other destinations in South America on your trip. Our meals included breakfast, box lunch, and dinner. At the first 2 campsites, we also had a welcome drink included. Budget-conscious hikers can opt for a more basic camping-only experience. We booked a package through a third party, who booked all the accommodations and transportation for us. You can find a link to their website, as well as all the other operators, in the description below the video. You'll also need to get a multi-day national park pass so you can show it at the entrance to the park. At the time of our visit, it was necessary to book this pass online at least 1 day in advance. If we would do the hike again, we'd probably split up the first day by sleeping at Refugio Chileno instead of camping central. The park is well marked with signs and small piles of rocks to guide hikers along the designated trails. We also recommend downloading the route offline via the All Trails app. This is a good backup in case you get lost. You can find the trail links in the description below this video. Torres del Paine National Park experiences unpredictable weather year-round, with strong winds a constant factor. Peak season runs from November to February and offers the longest days and warmest temperatures, but also the strongest winds. Shoulder seasons are from March to April and September to October, and provide fewer crowds and potentially milder conditions. The refugios are closed during the winter. You'll also want to make sure that you pack all of the essential items for this hike. We've put a list of clothes, equipment, and hygiene items on the screen here for you. Feel free to pause the video here or take a screenshot. We definitely recommend packing as light as possible to save weight on your shoulders. We both brought our day packs, which are 22 liters. And if you're planning your trip to Patagonia, we recommend keeping things organized with our interactive travel planner. Find a discount code in the description below the video. We also included important links you'll need for your hike in the description, such as links to the trails and websites to book transportation and accommodation. We'll catch you on the next adventure.